What's up, beautiful people? Happy wonderful Wednesday. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Well, 2025 is bringing out some long-standing beefs to a head, okay? We got Heavenly and Contessa who have finally met a head match with each other, and now apparently on the NBA teams, it is with Dwight Howard and Shaquille O'Neal Shaq. Now, both of them play for the Lakers. Now, apparently back in the day when Shaquille O'Neal was doing his thing out on the court, he was called Superman. Well, then, Dwight Howard also played for the LA Lakers and he won them a championship as well. Well, he took on that title at some point being called, Superman, but Shaq felt that wasn't a deserving title. Well, now they've had a long-standing beef. And so now Dwight Howard has called out Shaq and said, do we need to, take it off the court and into the ring? Do we need to, squabble it up? He said, get up. It's time to fight. I'm calling you out. Y'all, we're going to get into the story and talk about it. But before we do, hit that like button and subscribe. Welcome to Royer's Corner. If this is your first time, welcome. If not, welcome back. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and your notification bell on all. That way you see each and every time I post a video with you in mind. Let's get right into this. Dwight Howard escalates Shaq feud. Do we need to throw hands? Listen, okay? Dwight, at this point, he said, square up, ho. Let's get into it. What's up? Okay? It's giving Contessa all the way from Married to Medicine. Dwight Howard said that he's fed up with Shaquille O'Neal hating on him for the past 2 decades. Howard, who was a guest on Ray Daniels' The God Show on Monday, explained that he was unsuccessful when he tried to talk with Shaq about their long-standing beef and then questioned if they should go ahead and squabble if it comes to that. Not a squabble. Okay. I guess Dwight Howard is really about that life. Maybe. Never disrespected him, Howard, who left the NBA to play overseas in 2022, said of Shaq. But he's always had something to say. There's times where I've gotten upset and I'm like, yo, Shaq, this gotta stop, man. I tried to talk to him, okay? So Dwight has said that there have been moments where I guess that they've come together, they've seen each other out, they've tried to have, or Howard has tried to have conversations with O'Neal, and it never worked out, according to what Dwight is saying. Howard 39 did called competing on Howard 39 recalled competing on season 33 of Dancing with the Stars last year and connecting with someone who said was close with Shaq, and that they suggested for him to arrange a sit down to settle their feud. At this point, I'm like, do we need to throw hands? What are we doing? Because I have not ever, for me, the only thing I've done with Shaq is mimic his voice. But what else can I mimic about him? He's Shaquille O'Neal. He's the most dominant center ever. But again, he keeps saying stuff about me. So it's like, hey, bro, do we really need to go ahead and squabble? Dwight is really in his feelings about this. It's a thing for him. Now, they did say that, Daniel, he was doing this interview with, did bring up this situation with him. So, I guess it's a touchy subject for him. Okay. So here's Shaquille O'Neal. Here he is. Their beef includes discourse over the nickname Superman, which was associated with Shaq when he dominated during his playing days. Howard eventually adopted it when he was in the league, and Shaq has criticized him for not being powerful enough to take on the namesake. So I guess Shaq, has personal connections to this Superman, and he's saying that Dwight, he ain't it. He don't have the qualifications. He don't have the game. He don't have the stamina. That's what Shaq is saying. And, Dwight is offended, especially if you feel that you have put in that work, Dwight has reached a great level in the NBA world, where he has won championships, he has rings and things like that. So, I mean, you're retired. Why would you not want to pass the great name on to someone else who sees themselves as great and others see them as great? That's the thing that I hate the most, is the fact that he's always thought I was trying to be him or be like him, Howard said. But again, if I wanted to be you or be like you, shouldn't you take that as a compliment to show how great you are as a player or a person? I ain't never wanted to be Shaq on any level. Now, I have wanted to take certain things from him, his life, and implement in my life. Hell yeah. I do that I do that with Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, LeBron James, all of those people. Shaq, who caught wind of Howard's comments, vowed to never bring up Howard's name again. So, here is Daniel's channel, where this interview took place, Ray Daniels. So make sure you go over there and check that out if you want to get to know a little bit more about Dwight and everything that was going on. So here goes Shaq. The fact that you think I care about you is funny, but I won't ever bring up your name again. Sensitive big man, a jokester that can't take a joke, wrote Shaq Monday on Twitter. Won't ever say your name again, ever again. Have a great day. And now you have been deleted. Have a great day. Not deleted. Howard, Shaq, that's a little petty now. Howard, who won an NBA title for the Lakers in 2020, doubled down on his comments and accused Shaq of being jealous of other NBA greats in a reply post. I know you care because your insecure ass been hating and talking shit for 20 years, Howard wrote. You too big to be this insecure. I hope you don't bring my name up again. 52-year-old tweeting me. Not 52. Y'all petty. And still hating. Now, all this time you was joking. You always been jealous. Jealous of Kobe Bryant, Penny Hardaway, Dwayne Wade. You jealous of Charles Barkley too. Not jealous. Go move around, big lazy insecure ass. I still have that long 5-paragraph direct message you sent me a couple of years ago telling me that I'm not that great to hate. And still doing it. In 2025, grow the hell up and move on. These two really got some. This is deep. This is really, really deep. I know that the people take the sports serious, but is something else going on outside of sports that we need to know about? Does somebody sleep with somebody's wife? Does somebody cheat on somebody's take somebody's girlfriend? What's the boyfriend? What's going on here? Howard didn't speak about Shaq until Daniels brought up the 4-time NBA champ in their feud. He was seemingly unsure as to why they don't get along. In a separate post Tuesday, Howard said he didn't want to bicker with Shaq anymore. By the way, I don't want people to get entertained by two black men going back and forth over petty stuff, Howard wrote. I don't want to bicker. I just want to settle this like two successful HOF black men we are. You, the most dominant center of all time, come on to my podcast. Let's hash this out. Now, last November, Shaq turned down Howard's boxing proposal on Twitter. Shaq, what's up? Let's make some bread. Howard wrote, gotta have more than one ring to get in a ring with me. I'll stick with the real champions like Rob Growinski, and you can have the Superman belt all to yourself, buddy. So, this is a lot, people. I'm not a big sports fan, but I thought it was very interesting. Dwight Howard has a lot going on. He had his issue with his with his ex-girlfriend, baby mother, Royce from the Real from Basketball Wives. Royce Reed, they had a little situation. Now he's engaged. with his new fiance. The people are coming for him about that because, you know, he had a situation where he was messing with a gay guy and a trans man, and just Dwight's got a lot going on, okay? And so this Shaq beef, it was just like, whoa, not square up. Shaq, it looks like that, you know, Dwight doesn't look like it. Dwight did call you out. You know, you said that you didn't want to fight. And so now he wants to move past all of this. He wants you to come on his podcast, have a conversation. Let's talk about it, hash it out, give each other our props. Let's respect one another and move on. We ain't got to be besties. We ain't got to be buddies. We ain't got to be bros. Let's move on. Let's talk about it. Let it go and let bygones be bygones and stop it. I do like the aspect that, you know, Dwight is coming from. We're two Black successful men who have done great things. Let's talk about this. Let the people know that we, you know, can move past this and be good. I like where Dwight is coming from, you know, but listen, if we got to square up, in the words of Contessa, square up, ho, get up, and let's get into it. Y'all, leave your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. How do you feel about Dwight and, you know, Shaq? Do you think that Dwight is really trying to come to Shaq in a peaceful manner now to, you know, work this out? How do you feel about Shaq responding and saying that he will never speak of Dwight Howard's name again? This is all a big mess, but hopefully they can work this out and get past this. Leave your thoughts and opinions down below. Hit the like button on this video. If you're not a subscriber, check out my channel. If we like what we got going on, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell on all. That way I see each and every time, that way you see each and every time I post a video with you in mind. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I got to get out of here and get to my business. Talk to y'all later. Bye.
Oh, yeah.